Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moon Lilith Collective, Lilith Astrology, and my new Moon in Leo horoscope. So this is on August 8th, 2021, of course, and it's at 9:49 a.m. Eastern Time. And this is at 16 degrees in the sign of Leo. So what is a new moon? So essentially, this is the astrology or the astronomy behind it, actually, the astronomy behind it, more like that. This is when the moon and the sun form an exact connection, a conjunction, we call this in astrology, in the sky. And so this is when the moon in Leo will be exactly 16 degrees with the sun in Leo. So this is a very powerful moment in the year. Leo, let's think about Leo and the sign of Leo, because we are also in the middle of Leo season. And if you're on Moon Lilith Collective, definitely check out my Leo season private podcast episode of Moon Lilith Rising. Also, members get free private episodes to my podcast. Just throwing that in there. But I did a whole Leo season rundown, so definitely listen to that or watch it in the portal. But this is a powerful time of manifestation and creativity. This is what Leo season is all about. And this is what the Lionsgate portal, this happens once a year, is all about. And Leo, so let's just think about Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. Leo is ruled by the sun. And we exit the season Cancer that is actually ruled by the moon. So we're getting out of that. This is like we're getting out of that emotional, maternal energy. And now we're getting into the creation energy. So mothers create, obviously. Women create, obviously. But everyone, humans, we're so unique in the sense that we are the only species that can actively create. And this is our superpower. So we're exiting that emotional Cancer season ruled by the moon and now into the sun, the season of the sun. So let's just think about the season of the sun. Let's think about the sun. The sun is actually not a planet, and neither is the moon. And a lot of people, we just say that in astrology, it's fine. I say it, everyone does, because it's easier, especially when you're writing something. You don't have to segue into different things. But like Leo season is ruled by the sun, and the sun is actually a luminary. The moon is a luminary. They're not planets, they're actually luminaries, and they illuminate and they activate. And so this is what I'm saying, like with these two seasons, Cancer and Leo, this segue is a big time for activation in everyone's life. And if you have these Leo prominent in your chart, moon, sun, rising, if you have Leo in your midheaven, this is if you're a Scorpio rising. If you have Leo in your relationship house, this is if you're an Aquarius rising. This is a powerful time of change for you. Powerful, powerful time. The sun is the center of the galaxy. The sun is the life force. The moon is the life force too. So without the two luminaries, we would all not be here. Well, without a lot of things, even if say Uranus decides to drop out of the solar system, that's going to affect things. It's a very delicate balance. But these are the two luminaries that keep life here on Earth. And the sun invigorates us. The sun gives us energy. The sun, and that's with solar power, things like solar power. Like there's so much energy with the sun. And even when we have solar flares, they're felt down here on Earth. And the moon reflects the energy of the sun. This is why when we have a new moon with the sun and the moon directly together, that's why it's dark. Because we are not getting that reflection like with the full moon where the moon is illuminated, because the moon needs the sun to show that, right? So this is really about activation of your creative power. Leo's the center of attention. They love to entertain. They love people to watch them. They love to express themselves through their physical body or their art or what they do. Like they're very animated people. And so this is where this energy is going to kind of burst open. And Leo is about self-expression. And so the sun and the moon, and I'm going to actually go into the charts really quick. I'm so glad to have my laptop back so that I can do this again. So the sun and the moon are conjunct together in the sign of Leo. And so the reason why this is called the Lionsgate portal, and this is happening on the 8th. And so if we kind of bring the esoteric numerology into it, eight is a number of infinite wisdom. And if we just bring into it also, it's 882 on top of it. And then let's bring into it that we are in the sign of creation. And the Lionsgate portal every year happens so that people can walk into their true self-expression, regardless of what sign you're in. And it's helpful to look at where you have Leo in your chart. And when I get to the by sign stuff, I will show you guys more about where it's happening for you, for members. But this is really impacting, this is a new portal of energies. This is stepping into a new life for a lot of you. So this is what the Lionsgate portal is all about. And the Lionsgate portal, it's not astrological at all. This is now spiritual. This is esoteric. And basically this is a spiritual portal or gateway of ascension. And so this is a big one. And so another reason why this is very important is because the new moon in Leo also will be forming a square, which is a harsh aspect to Lilith and Uranus in Taurus. So these two energies, these two celestial bodies, this is activating Uranus, the planet of change, the planet of disruption, rebellion. Lilith, hello. She's the dark goddess of sovereignty and rebellion and divine feminine power. So this is all going to be activated. People, this new moon is really going to make you want to get into your full expression, to let go of other people's ideas of you and what they think and what they feel and what they want, and for you to come forward and be exactly who you are, and to be in that resilience, and to be in that rebelliousness, and to be in that authenticity. So wherever this is happening for you in life, the change can be sudden. It can also feel a little like, oh my God, wait, I just got this together. Like, whoa, this is happening now? Yes, because this is to wake you up and put you on the path that is more in alignment with who you are and your truth. Like Uranus is the great awakener. Uranus is like a jolt of electricity. Uranus is like, bam, bam. And Uranus is in Taurus, the sign of our values, the material plane, material gains. Lilith is as well too. And this is also your values, how you value yourself, what you believe about yourself. And money lives in this as well too. Changes in terms of money, finances, investments. Taurus is also about abundance. Taurus is about it's abundance in the sense of not just wealth and riches, but of enjoyment and fulfillment. So people are really going to want to make changes that are just better for them, and in alignment with what they need and how they feel and what's abundant for them. Time to remove the lack at this point. So this is really powerful aspect. Another very powerful aspect with this new moon I want you guys to definitely understand is the opposition that we have. And this is, I use loose orbs. So for all the astrologers, or people who know enough to know what I'm talking about, everyone else, whatever. But if you know what I'm talking about, I use wide orbs. So I count an opposition with Saturn and Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius. So this is also bringing forth that rebellion that needs to break free from the norm, what you've always done, something new, a birth of something new, birth of a new creation, a new reality. Jupiter is bringing back some abundance from the past. So if you've been working on something, if you've been investing on something, if you've been dealing with something, like if you've been building up a business, or you've been saving up money for a home, or you've been doing something where it's like, when is it going to break? When is it going to happen? Jupiter retrograde is bringing it back for a few seconds until we get to December, when Jupiter goes back into Pisces, which we're also going to be like, definitely check out the retrograde special on that. That's on the YouTube channel if you're not a member, and it's on we're on public, and it's here on Black and Lilith Collective, the full version. But this is a time where the universe is like, okay, you've done this, you've done that, you've set the stage, now I can deliver. So, and it's long-term delivery, because we have Saturn here, the planet of restriction, the planet of not even restriction in the sense of bad, but restriction of what is unnecessary in order for you to learn your lesson. Hard work, discipline, longevity. And Saturn's retrograde, so that energy, that harsh energy we've been dealing with, is taking a minute to give us a moment. And this is a great chart. And then Jupiter retrograde is also, that's why I'm saying it's things from the past, things you've been working on. Have you, if you're innovating or changing certain things within your life, Jupiter will give you that abundance. Jupiter is a planet of luck, abundance, and growth. And so Jupiter's in the sign of the collective, in the sign of innovation, Aquarius, in the sign of the future vision. So whatever transpires during this new moon is bringing about some things that are going to put you in alignment more with your future vision. So this new moon is also going to be forming a very close connection, also called a conjunction, with Mercury. So this is what I'm saying. Literally, the activators, the moon, the sun, and Mercury are all in the sign of Leo. Mercury is also an activator. Like these faster moving planets and luminaries, like the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, come along and activate dormant energies, like these big energies, like Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter. They come along and that's how I can see, like, oh, there's going to be movement around that time because we have these activators. So we've got the activator Mercury. Mercury rules over communication, our thought process, speech. So this is how things get communicated. Like, this is how we do things in this reality, right? We speak. So this is why I'm saying, like, people are going to be going through changes and speaking their truth, expressing themselves, quitting shit that doesn't work for them, leaving shit that doesn't work for them, changing shit that doesn't work for them, love, work, all around. And people, if you are in your resonance, then it's like that abundance is going to be a lot easier to kind of grab. And, I want to keep this new moon in Leo forecast positive, because yes, there's a lot going down. There's shutdowns going down. Like I talked about this, especially in my retrograde special. And I have my 2021 horoscopes up on Black and Lilith Collective, where I gave a schedule of what's going on. Yes, that is happening, but in your own individual life, there can be, this is a big portal of manifestation and creation. So let's keep this positive. So Mercury's in the mix, also activating the voice, activating action, and getting things rolling. So this is really the energy of the new moon. And this is really why it's important to understand these things, understand this astrology, so that you can have faith, have that hope that whatever you've been working on and putting your time into can now really come to fruition. So the last aspect I really want to touch upon before I get into the by-sign horoscopes for members is the sun and the moon. The new moon will be forming a healing aspect, a trine, with Chiron retrograde in Aries. So Chiron in Aries has really been pushing the collective to own their wounds. Where have they not been in their individuality? Where have they not been in their self, in their sovereignty, who they truly are? Where have they given away parts of themselves that are just not true, and it's because of societal expectations or other people's expectations of you? Like, where have you done that? And especially if you're going through your Chiron return, which is like around 45 to 50, these people start to question these things even harder, because this is your own chart. But for the collective, wherever you have Chiron and Aries transiting, you can feel that as well too. So the new moon is really healing that. And so when you're breaking away in your individuality, it's the healer. That's healing. When you are breaking away and being in your own resonance and in alignment, that's healing. Chiron represents wounds. It's a deep wound within the collective, within our chart, in terms of the natal chart, but in terms of transits, it can bring about wounds if that's something. Sometimes you may not feel a Chiron transit because you don't have anything like that there. But a lot of the time, when Chiron's hitting something important or Chiron return, things like that, you can really, it really is a lot. So we've all been dealing with this, and Chiron is retrograde, which has been a nice time of a moment for us to take a moment to integrate all the shit we've been going through during Chiron in Aries. So the new moon is activating this in a positive way. And it's like, hello, when you speak your truth and you are in your alignment and you are in your resonance, that's so healing, and you can move forward, and your frequency will increase and raise. And so when what do I say like ad nauseum here? When your frequency is high, that's when you can manifest instantly. So this is a very high vibe connection. And this is why I'm saying with this Lionsgate portal, all of these aspects together, this is a powerful, powerful time to focus on your vibe, stay high vibe, watch the DJ live stream that we have here on Moon Lilith Collective. Ashwagandha did that. It's a great way. Sometimes I watch in the morning and I'm getting ready. I'm not kidding. Like I listen to like straight up dance music in the morning, actually, you guys. Like, but I'm also a Leo moon. So, but this is the time for you to tap into the energy of Leo, to get yourself high vibe, get it together, focus on those thoughts. Definitely check out some of the Lilith magic lessons I've had on this channel, some of my guided messages where I talk about this stuff. But this is a time to keep yourself as high vibe as you possibly can and focus on your intentions. So a lot of you also like to ask if this is a great time to do magic spells, whatever your practice is, whether you're pagan, hoodoo, voodoo, Wiccan, whatever you are, and you like to go by astrological transits. Because the thing is my practice is actually, my main practice is hoodoo, and sometimes I'll throw a little Santeria stuff that I know in there, but generally there's no such thing as astrology transits like with their magic. But this is why I know I'm breaking rules, but that's just me, and it's what works for me. I plan my spells around, I plan it around astrological magic. So, and especially moon cycles, but I'm a Cancer rising. So this statement also depends on your own information. I am opening my Q&A services and bookings actually soon. I'm going to be opening it probably for September, towards the end of August. And so all of you can get on my email list, so then you can find out when the list opens. But Q&A is a great time if you want to ask about astrological magic and you don't want to book a whole reading. So go to lilithastrology.com, check out the link below if you're not already on it. But if you are, you'll get an email from me. But this is a great question to ask during for the Q&A, because it depends on your chart. I need to look at your chart. I need to look at your transits to know, okay, if you do a spell on this day, it's going to work for you. It's called also an election in astrology. But the new moons in general, as a general rule, it's a great time to set intentions. Do a spell that's bringing something in, that's ushering something in. And you want to make sure you do it so if you want to do it at 9:49 a.m., do it. Great. But do it on or after. The problem, people always do this shit with new moons. They'll be doing the new moon when it's dark, balsamic, or they'll do a new moon ritual the day before, and that's the time of release, honey. That's the gestation period of Mother Moon. So you don't want to be doing that unless you're releasing something. So balsamic moon is a great time to release something, which I've talked about before. So, all right, that's my spiel about magic on the new moon in Leo. But this is a great Lionsgate portal to do some magic if you're into that, or even if it's just setting intentions, writing things down, scripting, which is something I all love. That's infused into all my programs when you want to set new intentions. So that's my answer on that. And let's get into all of the 12 signs. And if you are not a member